Hi, I'm David Hall with Swordsman Roofing. If you're looking for a new roof, or you think that you might need a new roof soon, or you just want to learn more about the different roofs and systems that are out there, I just wanted to cover several of the different roofing systems that we do, the ones that we do most commonly, both in Florida and also in Texas. So I'm going to start kind of on this side and then move my way across. Start over here with the architectural shingle. That's the kind of most economical option that most people are installing on their homes, although that is changing as time goes on. What we install is the Tamco Titan XT. That's the primary architectural shingle that we install. The reason for that is because of the high wind rating that Tamco Titan XT has. It actually has an industry first and leading 160 mile per hour wind warranty. Most other architectural shingles are around that 120 to 130 miles per hour. But given our climate, especially here in Florida, also other areas of the country that have high wind like Texas, or with the problems with hail, things like that, this also has a class 3 impact rating. So it's just been a great material for us, great shingle, where our clients have been very happy with not only how it looks, but how it performs in weather, in hurricanes, things like that. And it's just a great material. Now, what we install with this, the second part, and some would say the more important part of a roofing system, is actually in the underlayments. And so we offer two different packages when it comes to the shingle. The first one is going to be with the synthetic underlayment. If you're familiar with like old school tar paper, it's kind of comparable to that. It's the kind of the code requirement minimum of underlayment in Florida in particular and other parts of the country. And so in Florida in particular, you have to do 2 layers of synthetic. Now this synthetic is like a woven synthetic material, kind of like a tarp. And so it goes down on the roof first. They secure that, tack it down, and then they install the shingles and things over it. And so that's kind of the basic package that we'll install on maybe probably 5 to maybe 10% of the homes that we do. Most people want something a little more durable, a little more water protecting, especially here in Florida. And so instead of a synthetic, we'll do what's called peel and stick. And this is specifically Tamco's a moisture guard, although all the rest of these also use a peel and stick as well that go along with it. Great thing about the peel and stick is literally like the name, you peel the back off of it and you stick it directly to the decking of your roof. That way it adheres directly to the decking. You don't have a bunch of extra nails that are securing it to the decking. You don't have to worry about those extra holes. And the best part about this is that the material this is made up will actually seal up around any nails or screws or things that go through it. That way, if you did lose some shingles or something happens, you know you're not going to automatically get leaks through the roof because this is protecting underneath, protecting the decking itself. Insurance companies know that. They'll actually give you deductions on your premiums for having the peel and stick because they know they're not going to have to pay for a bunch of interior damage if something, again, were to happen. So great material. Again, we use that same peel and stick, really upgraded peel and stick on all the other materials that we do here that I'm going to talk about. So I won't mention it again because it's the same basically for the other ones, just use a couple different brands depending on kind of who we're using. Now, before I move on to these other materials, there are a couple other shingles that we'll use. One of them is Tamco's Stormfighter Flex. That's particularly in Texas because that has a class 4 impact rating, which is again great for hail, things like that they see in Texas. Additionally, there's some higher end CertainTeed products that we'll use, especially in their luxury lines or designer shingles, Grand Manners and Presidential Shake, things like that. We install those as well. So if you're interested in any of those, definitely reach out to us about those. Now I'm going to go into the metals. So for metal, this is a great option if you're looking to upgrade from a shingle, but you don't want to go all the way to, say, a Brava synthetic. Metal is a great option, both in Texas and in Florida. These are all rated to 150 mile per hour or more, really, as I'll talk about here on the standing seam. But this is what you would call a classic ultra rib panel. This is what a lot of people see and what they think of when they think of metal. You'll have these fasteners, these screws that'll go directly through the metal, securing the panels to your roof, and they do a really good job. It's a very durable system, and we do a lot of this, and we're doing more and more of the metal roofs as more and more people are trying to move away from shingles. Most people, you probably felt the same way, are sick of having to replace their roof every 10 or 15 years, and you will get 50 plus years out of these metal roofs. They come with 50-year warranties. They're just a very, very durable system that'll last you for most people's the rest of their lives, right? Now, I'll touch on one thing about these screws. So most people, when they think of these exposed fasteners, they think of the old school tech screws is kind of what most people think of. And you can still get them at like Home Depot and things like that if you're building a chicken coop. But for your roof, we would use these screws. These screws are Zac screws, and they have been engineered to work far superior than the old screws used to. Old screws, they used to back out. Sometimes this washer would be exposed because of the way that the head was, and this either it would be over tightened and it would pancake out, lose that seal, or over time, because it was exposed, the wind would the sun, excuse me, would erode it and damage it, causing leaks. And so with these new screws, they've actually made the head even bigger than the actual washer is, and so when it tightens down, it seals up completely around that, protecting the washer, making sure that that actually lives the full length of the roof. And these all have lifetime warranties as well, so pretty incredible. Now I'm going to move to the standing seam roof. Now, when it comes to these roofing systems, everything that we offer, I probably have two favorites, but for most people, overall durability especially, this may be my favorite roofing system. This is your standing seam metal roof. These have all hidden fasteners. I use screws like this, and they will be screwed along the edge of the side of the panel, and then each panel clips over the preceding panel, completely hiding all those fasteners. And so you have no exposed fasteners across the roof. You don't have to worry about branches or leaves or things getting caught on the roof or things like that. It's virtually no maintenance, and it just looks sleek. It looks incredible. It's a great product. And the thing that's also a great benefit of these metal roofs is the energy efficiency of them. We have seen with newer homes that have been built basically since 2000, anywhere from a 25 to 30+% reduction in their energy costs. Now, older homes, pre-2000, especially 1980, 90 and before, we found upwards of 40 to 50% reductions in energy costs because of having this metal roof. The reflective properties of it and the high temperature peel and stick underlayment we use under it actually reduces a lot of the heat that gets transferred into your attic and then into your home. And so if you're actually looking to be more energy efficient and to save some money on your energy, that's a great direction to go first before you look at a solar or anything else. You might look at a metal roof. How much is that going to cost you? What can you do for that? And the savings that you could get from that. You can learn more about that on our website. We've got a lot of great information there about metal roofs and some of the other savings and things that you could get from that. So definitely a great product. And again, just kind of a little bit of a step up from the cost of the shingles, but still less than some of these other products. So next material I'm going to go to is this tile. So this is going to be a traditional concrete tile. This is your Spanish barrel tile, and then this is your flat tile as well. So we install a lot of this, do a lot of replacements in the tile, even though a lot of people are moving away from the tile to a metal or even a stone-coated steel or a Brava for multiple factors. One of them being the overall weight of this tile. I mean, if you held this little panel, it's the same size of stone-coated steel versus this tile, significant weight difference. And so you have to make sure that if you're going to put tile on your roof, that your roof has been designed to bear the weight of that tile. And so typically, if you didn't already have tile on your roof, you can't go to tile unless you do significant upgrades to the structural integrity of your roof so that it can bear the weight of that tile. We do, again, install tile, but it does have some different limitations, especially when it comes to the winds, the rain. And so, we caution people when they're looking at doing a tile replacement to see if maybe there's another material that may be better for them. It is a step up from the shingle roof, but there's other great options as well. So one of the other problems that we see a lot with tiles is that they get cracked a lot easier than people think. If you got somebody up there walking on the roof for whatever reason that doesn't know what they're doing, very often you'll get cracked tiles. If we have a heavy wind, if we have storm level wind, you can get cracked tiles, even if it's a newer roof, and that just leads to constant repairs. A lot of people that have a tile roof also are just sick and tired of having to repair the roof all the time. People will say that you can get 30 to 40 or more years from a tile roof, but that's usually after half a dozen or more repairs. Any roof that I get on that is that old has had at least that many, if not a dozen or more repairs over the years in order to get to that point. And so there's just a lot of maintenance issues that come with kind of having a tile roof, again, on top of the load on your roof and your home as well. So, if that's something that you want, that you love, we can do that, but we also have a lot of other great options that we would say maybe are a better fit instead of that. So the next one I'm going to go to is a stone-coated steel. A lot of people that had a tile roof are moving to stone-coated steel. It's a little bit more expensive than a traditional tile, but it is a great material. If you're looking for that same profile, that same look as a traditional tile, but you want something that is metal, it's going to be durable, it's not going to crack, it's not going to have all these other issues that you often see with a traditional concrete or even clay tile. And so these materials, these panels are a great option. You're also going to get similar energy savings on a stone-coated steel as you will with the traditional metal, either exposed fastener or standing seam hidden fastener, which again, 25 to 30 on a newer home, upwards of 40 to 50 on an older home. So great material, great investment if you're looking to improve the overall aesthetics of your home and also minimize some of the maintenance. It comes with 50-year warranties as well. These materials are also coated, multiple layers of coatings on them so they can be installed near the ocean, near brackish water. And so you can install these where you wouldn't typically be able to install like a regular metal, although we can get these in aluminum as well. And so this can be installed near water with stainless steel fasteners, which is a great benefit as well. Now, one last thing I'll touch on here with the stone-coated steel, there's multiple different profiles that you can get. With the stone-coated steel, you have your traditional tile, but you also have things like a shingle or a shake, flat slate, all sorts of different things. And what I love about this material itself, the shingle, not only does it look like a shingle, but the way that it hooks into each other, each panel connects to the previous panel, and then it's screwed as well. And so all the pieces are connected together and all the screws are hidden. So it's a true hidden fastener system with 150 plus mile an hour wind warranties as well. We've had HOAs in Florida where they could only have shingles, and we've been able to go in and show them this material and say, hey, doesn't this look like shingles? Absolutely it does. And they have approved this material to be used in those neighborhoods, in those HOAs, and so that the residents there can upgrade their roof to something that's going to be far superior, that's going to have those warranties, have the durability, have the energy savings, and them not have to replace the roof again in 10, 15, 20 years. So great option if you're looking to upgrade your roof, invest in your roof in your home, and you want to do something that has more of a natural look to it. So last one that I'm going to talk about here today is the Brava synthetic roof tile. So this is one of my favorites. Again, it's probably between this material and the standing seam. but this is an incredible material that is made from industrial plastic. So it's not just, bottles, of water and bottle caps and things like that, but it's heavy duty industrial plastics. And so it's a synthetic polymer that is made to look like natural ingredients. You've got, your slate here, you've got your Spanish barrel tile there, and you've got a shake over there. Come in multiple different colors, and it's just a incredible product. All 50-year warranties, and this is a material that will last forever and adds just an insanely beautiful aesthetic appeal to your home. We've done multiple of the slate and the tile, and people just love it. They don't stop talking about it. We did a Spanish tile here in white in St. Augustine recently, and everybody in the neighborhood was stopping, looking at it, asking about it. What is it? And they just loved it. And so it adds a unique beauty to your home. Very similar look to that classic concrete or clay tile, but without all the headaches that come with the maintenance. My other favorite part about this material is it's non-porous. And so you can, put this on your roof, and 5 years from now, it'll look as brand new as it did the day they installed it, because there's not going to get all that grime and dirt and algae and other buildup on it. Whenever it rains next, it's just going to wash it away, and it's going to look brand new again. One of the reasons why people love the Brava so much and why so many people are interested in it is because it does have significant energy savings as well. You'll get likely 20 to 30% energy reductions with the Brava material, any of them, which is great. Additionally, it has a 50-year warranty. It's going to have a 180 to 200 mile an hour wind uplift rating, which is pretty insane. And then additionally, it just has very low maintenance. You're not going to hardly have to touch it. It's just an incredible product that, again, will last forever. So if you are interested in any of these materials I talked about, or you have questions, you want to learn more, please reach out to us. You can go to our website, swordsmanroofing.com. Ask us a question, reach out to us, and we would love to come and get you taken care of. So thank you very much. Again, this is David Hall with Swordsman Roofing, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.